is going to be a few war replays. Not too many. I'm not going to show too many loot raids in this series, unlike most of the other streamers do. Mostly because I don't use very high tier troops to raid. I tend to use lower tier troops. This is my army comp usually. It's just a group of goblins, archers, and barbarians, and a few wall breakers. And that's nobody. It's not really exciting. Anybody can find bases with loot with armies like that. So I'd like to show the more interesting raids, which usually happen in our war. So first things first, I will show you. I kind of still debating. I had 2 attacks this war. I won both of them. I 2-starred. Yeah, I'll show you my 2-star. I got a 3-star and a 2-star. The 3-star was an all-drag army, and that was pretty boring to watch. But my 2-star could have very easily been a 3-star. But I swear that P.E.K.K.A.s hate me. Now this base is really, really easy. And I was still a little bit challenging simply because I'm number 23 this war. My recommended target was number 30, and this guy is number 13. And so finally, I baited out his clan castle troops. And I kind of spoiled it earlier with saying that P.E.K.K.A.s kind of ruined this raid for me. But at least I pulled off a 2-star instead of just a 1-star or a fail. So I can always be happy for that. Let me speed this up a little bit. And yeah, that dragon was a pain in the tail end to kill. Alright, let me set that back down. Alright, so now that I finally finished the CC, I decided I would attack from the top just because that's where a lot of the defenses were, and that's where I'd be able to clear the fastest path to his base. Things went wrong when those wall breakers busted open the wrong section. When they busted open the section to the second corner of that base, the outside edge, which is not what I wanted to happen. I wanted to crack open that center. But I dropped my wizards and my clan castle, which had maxed wizards in it. And my golem died pretty fast. I can't decide whether I want to start using 1 or 2 golems in my raids. But I dropped the P.E.K.K.A.s, and there they go. Look at that. One of them goes to that side, and the other one goes all the way to the bottom. So I decided I would focus my spells more on the core, helping those wizards take the center out, which they did without a problem. So the wizards were almost able to completely destroy the core by themselves. And realizing that, I know for a fact that if I had 3 level 2 P.E.K.K.A.s in there, then that guy would not have stand a chance with his base. And I ended up running out of time as my P.E.K.K.A.s run around the outside of this guy's base. Yeah, that raid was a bit of a disappointment because that could have been an easy 3-star. But I still managed to pull off a 2-star. It's like I said, that guy was their number 13. This guy. And I'm all the way down here. I'll show you my defense replay in a bit too. First, I'll show you our most heroic attack, Mdrain, who is one of our co-leaders. I actually haven't watched this yet, so I'll be commentating this raid as it goes. I'm not sure if I would have dropped a heal right there or not. Good rage, though. Very good rage. Yeah, and he picked a great spot to attack, too. When I use all drags, most people tend to drop all their drags by where there's only 1 air defense, so they can make it as far as possible. I kind of go for the more risky. It's like high risk, high reward. As I drop my dragon where there's the most of the air defenses clumped, so like right there, that guy had 2 air defenses on the bottom. A lot of people would have dropped their troops on the top, only because it's 1 air defense on the top. But I would have dropped mine in the exact spot he did, just because it allows you to, if you're able to destroy, if you get that far, then you will take out both of those air defenses. And it's kind of funny, his air defense is the last building. Because If you make it that far, you will destroy both of those air defenses, and with only one left, it almost guarantees a successful raid. So, good raid, M-Train or Mason. Awesome job. And the second one I want to show is one of my personal favorites. It is a good friend of mine in this clan, Roman. His base is about just as far along as I am, and his 3-star was against a base that I was actually considering attacking, but considered way too hard. And then he just went in and totally annihilated this guy's base. Yeah, he just did a fantastic job. Oh, not this guy's base. My bad, I'm sorry. Where was his first attack? Or maybe his second one, I don't know. Not that one. I think he attacked before I did. Yeah, I did. Alright, now it's this one. Yeah. I was actually afraid to attack this guy's base. But Roman goes right ahead and, baits out the clan castle, like, easily done. Baits him to the corner. A lot of people like doing that, dropping the builders' huts in the corners of their bases in Clan Wars. But don't do that, guys. I mean, really, all that does... sure, I've seen a few people get 2 stars instead of 3 because there's a builder's hut in the corner. But that's really not successful that often the time. And more often than not, you just give the enemy a really easy place to bait their troops to. Or your clan castle troops to. Now here, and this guy, this makes me so mad. When he raided, his P.E.K.K.A.s went straight for the center. There were so many outside buildings. And his P.E.K.K.A.s went right for the center. It's like I'm wasting my time trying to clear a center path for my P.E.K.K.A.s. One of his went outside. But he still has a P.E.K.K.A. doing work on the inside. Which actually is probably better. So he's got one, troop, one P.E.K.K.A. on the inside, demolishing the core of this base. And he's got another P.E.K.K.A. on the outside, clearing the outside buildings, so he doesn't run out of time. Yeah, he did very well. His troops did exactly what they were supposed to, and that's what gave him this much success in this raid. He also uses Valkyries. He uses 2 of them in this war, and they both made it to the very end, if I'm not mistaken. People underestimate Valkyries a lot, and especially with their more recent buff. Oh yeah, 3, 4. They're really strong. They're really tanky. They're considerably tankier than Giants. About twice as much. A level 1 Valkyrie has about twice as much health as a level 5 Giant. And they do a considerable amount of damage too. If I'm not mistaken, they actually outdamage Hogs. Damage, they do 88 per second. Yeah, they outdamage Hogs, and they're about 4 times as tanky too. So they really are very strong. As a matter of fact, I did an all Valkyrie raid, and 3-starred a pretty decent Townhall 8 with it. So I just don't want to practice it for 2 reasons. It takes a long time to train. It's very expensive on Dark Elixir. But if you guys want to see that, let me know. Drop a comment. And I'm really happy. I got 15 subscribers off of my first video and 55 likes. So, or 55 views and 15 likes. I don't know. Something like that. But either way, it was a lot more success than I was hoping for. And I'm going to be putting out videos every 2 to 3 days. If you guys want them more often than that, let me know. I just don't want to overflow. I don't want to put out too much comment and kind of overwhelm you guys. And so just whatever you guys want, let me know. And then I wanted to show you my defense. So my war defense. This base I'm really happy with. I'm always one of the very last people. As a matter of fact, I think it's only our top guys that haven't been attacked yet. Yeah. It's only our top 3. He's usually one of the ones with me who doesn't get attacked till the very end. So with Cod Monkey. But yeah, with this defense setup it intimidates a lot of people. It's called the white flag base, and they call it the white flag base because you pretty much surrender 50% of your base. It's very easy to 1-star this guy's base. I mean, you'll watch this raid and you'll look like, holy crap, this really was kind of a total fail. And but he still got off 1-star just because by clearing outside buildings, it's easily 1-star. But it's very, very hard to get to the core of the base, and it's very hard to destroy the stuff in the core of the base. I've been 3-starred once with this base, and it was considerably less upgraded than it is now. This was a few weeks ago, and it was by level 4 hogs. And the guy was a Townhall 10, and he had 5 healing spells that he just dropped anywhere, anything did any damage. So it was kind of, I stood no chance. You know, whatever base layout I had would have been 3-starred by that many hogs. So let me show you the replay. This guy had a real hard time killing my clan castle troops. That's one of my favorite things is if you look, the clan castle troops are almost impossible to bait. You have to get right there on the inside. And I had 2 witches in my clan castle, I believe. No. I had 1 witch and 3 maxed out wizards. So if you look, he dropped a rage spell to try and kill those troops and the wiz tower, but he totally failed. I still had my 2 witches left, or I still had my 1 witch left, and I still had my wiz tower. So he wasted a lot of troops, quite a few giants, few archers, some wizards, and some barbarians, and he failed. So then he drops 1 more wizard. What I didn't know is that those wizards did splash damage to troops like that. So I guess you live and you learn. He finally took out that wizard tower, and he starts working his way to the center of the base. But this is why I like it so much. It's because there's a defense in every pocket. This base is anti-giants. It's very anti-giant. Because what it does is with the defense in every corner of the base, as you can see exactly what his giants did, is they will wander around all the way around the outside of this base before they go inside because there's 2 layers of walls. The only way you can get them to go inside is if you get 2 wall breakers, or 2 of these walls cracked open with wall breakers, which is very hard to do with 3 mortars firing down on a metal wizard tower. So it's very open to crack open the inside of this base. Like I said, hogs with a lot of heal spells will have some success with it, just because hogs don't have a problem with walls, and they might go inside because that's where the closer defense is. Dragons tend to have quite a bit of trouble with this base. Giant Healer does as well. So far, the really only successful raids I've seen is a Go Wipe 2-starred me, and I was and he had level 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, and I had a and there was the hog that 3-starred me, the level 4 hogs. But if you look, and I'm going to speed this up, this guy, literally see how he went all the way around the outside of my base. He got a pretty easy, he didn't have to do too much to get that 1 star, but he was not getting 2 stars. There's no way with that army comp that he was going to 2-star my base. And that's a happy feeling. So yeah, shout out to Roman and M-Train and Skills to Kill 3 in general for that awesome